Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to run through some very low level or no level requirement money making methods to make you guys some profit in RuneScape 3. Now, these items, some will need a little bit of capital to get started, but what they're looking for is to be between 3.5 mil to 7.5 mil profit per hour with very little base requirements. So we're going to talk through these three methods and go through the requirements and stuff if there is any at all. So the first one is actually cutting granite. So granite at the minute is something which is mainly demanded for some summoning familiars and some other things, but it's still one of the strangely weirdest ways to make a bit of profit in the game. Now, because of the infinite porter, that is absolutely annihilated the price of granite, so you are able to get it, which was what was causing an issue a little while ago. So what we're going to be doing is turning these 2k chunks of granite into 500 grams. Now the reason why this is worth doing is because the 500 gram piece is what's used for all the familiars or the other stuff in the game. So as you can see here, we have got the 2k granite, which is going to turn into 4 500 gram lumps. And we've just sold a lump of 500 gram granite for 17.50. So we're basically turning 3,000 coins into 7 just from breaking this down. And in terms of breaking it down, it really isn't that much of a strenuous method, and it really isn't overly hard. So all you need to do is have your granite in your invo, and then as long as you can get, like let's say we'll take 6, all you need to do is right click craft, which I know will be annoying. It is a little bit annoying to me already, but by doing this you get the option to have processing. So we'll start crafting from there, and all you do there is just break it down to the 500 gram. So with the help of presets, you can load this out very, very quick. And all you need to do is just like load out whatever you need to do. So because it goes into 4, I'm going to go for 7 for an invo. And if I withdraw 7 and I right click and craft, and we can just go and make the granite from there. So each time you do that, you're going to be making a profit of about 3 to 4k, which is pretty decent. And again, you don't really need a lot to do it. All you really need to do with it is just have a little bit of cash to get started, and you will make the GP from there. So as you can see, pretty easy. Get it with a preset though, because it will be a lot easier, a lot smoother. You do get very minimal crafted XP though. It's basically one of those where you're going to make very little GP, but you can make some GP. This method is going to be upwards to about 7.5 mil per hour. But if you wanted my advice further to this, what I would probably do is do it in decent batches. Probably do 500 of the 2k granites at a time. Because with this item, I don't imagine there's going to be like huge demand for it. There will be some demand for it. I can't imagine it's going to be absolutely huge though. So I'd break it down into these 500 grams, 500 of the 2k, and then just wait for the item to sell. Because you're going to be selling a lot more of the 500 gram granite, right, as opposed to what you're buying in terms of this. So for every 100 of the 2k granite, you're selling 400 of the 5k. But you can put it in and it will sell over time as well. So what I'll do, if you watch my ore video, the ore box is finally sold. It only took about 45 minutes to be fair. It really didn't take long. So we're going to throw those in and then go through the other methods, and then hopefully they will go at some point. They are a little bit under med, which normally would send red flags, but I do think they will go for that price anyway. All you got to do is just sort of hold out and just wait long enough, but you do have a big enough margin where if they don't sell, you can amend the price and they will eventually go at some point as well. Now, the next one is one of the weirdest methods in the game, and I still don't know why it works. There's two sort of sides to it as well. So the one we're going to look at is going to do clockwork. Now, clockwork requires steel bars, and I believe it's going to require 2 steel bars a go, but they bought basically for 2.5k. Now, to do clockwork, you do need a workbench in your player own house. Luckily for me, I do have one, so we'll go there. And this item and this method seems to make somewhere in the region of about 7 mil per hour. And to this day, this and the toy wooden cat, I just don't know why. You're going to need level 8 crafting and 25 construction. The construction is so you've got the clockmaker's bench, but this wooden cat also makes GP, and I have no idea why, but the clockwork seems to be quite consistent. So this is only going to need 1 steel bar to make the clockwork. I was wrong, so it's basically 2.5k for a clockwork here. And this has been quoted as being 6.8 mil per hour. So roughly you're going to make 840 clockwork per hour. And yeah, that is pretty much the method. You go back and forward. I believe your butler can go and get you steel bars. So if you really wanted to, you can just sit in camp here. But you do need to bank eventually to get rid of the clockwork. So I'm going to go to the Grand Exchange and throw them into the Grand Exchange because A, I don't know what the price is, and B, I just don't believe their profit. I should have really checked the margin before doing it, so here we go. 10k, surely not. I guess so. Yeah, so this again will be a method where you need to let it sit in the Grand Exchange, which luckily for me, I'm not really using my slots. It can sit in the Grand Exchange and I'll report back if this does sell. And finally, for method 3, depending on how quick we go through method 3, we might actually do some wooden cats. Should we do some wooden cats? Yeah, let's do wooden cats. Let me just see what the price is first. Wooden cat. 15k each. Don't make sense. Right, okay. For the sake of the video, we're going to go and do a wooden cat. Bear fur and a plank. Plank. Okay, so the plank bought. There you go. So we have the bear fur. Let's just go to the crafter's bench. And wooden cats as well, very similar to Clockwork. They're kind of similar margins per hour. They've been quoted at like 8 mil per hour, and I've just never, I just never believed it. It's one of those really, really stupid low-level money makers. But you know what? We're here to show you guys everything possible. Again, really low methods and requirements to do that. So we'll throw that in the Grand Exchange and get that selling as well. And then we'll move on to the final one. See if it sells. That just sold for 21k instantly. So the only problem with that then is what price is a bear fur? If a bear fur is under 10k, then it is worth doing. So yeah, that's the only problem. Again, Jatix in Tavli does sell 5 bear furs a day. So if you want a quick 100k, that's a good way to do it. The other method is the goat horn. So the final method we're going to show you is crushing the desert goat horn. Now you can do this with telekinetic grind, again, but I'm showing you guys how to do it without it. Again, it's another method where you're only going to get 1 XP for it, but what we're looking to do is make the profit from it. So the goat horn for selling it is going to bring in a price of not selling. Wonderful. And these very niche, like low level methods do take a little while to like sell and do that, so you need to work your way with it. But a goat horn does, if you would sell it like 5% down, which gives it the best sort of chance to sell, you're looking at sort of tripling your money. So 250, even if you sell it for 750, that is 500 GP a go. The Clockworks are sold, so Clockworks and the wooden cats actually do work. Who would have thought of that? And the granite will sell. I'll drop a note in the comments. You know how it works. I'll drop a note to say it's sold and it's gone. It will probably just sell after the video like they always do, which is incredibly annoying because it makes it look like the videos don't work or the methods don't work. They do. They just take a little while to sell because, again, the reason they're expensive is because they're niche items. They will sell eventually. You just need to give it time, and that's why you should never put enough money in it to where you're absolutely screaming at Grand Exchange and dropping it down 5% to get the money out of it. Give it time. Go and do a skill. Go and do a Slayer task. Go and do a farm run. Go and do something else, leave it in the Grand Exchange, and you'll probably see it sell at another time. Which is why so many times I'm doing a video and you'll see something completely random sell in my Grand Exchange. That's because I've already done a video and I didn't want to wait for it to sell, and I've gone to go and do another thing and record another video. But we have proved though that with these two methods in form of the wooden cat and the clockwork, you can make profit. So yeah, if you're really desperate, if you want to do wooden cats, again, why is that price? Go nuts. But the bear fur seller in Varrock, yes, it'll be a little annoying, yes, it'll be a little slow, but if you're holding spacebar in the correct numbers, you can get a decent invo or two. It doesn't take you many invos of wooden cats to actually make enough profit to then move into other money making methods, where you can make better profit and better stuff as well. But I'm going to stop the video there. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video of some money making.